Hello, family. First of all, I think I need to take this out because I don't know how good you all can hear me. But I'm going to give you all a little time to get in here because this is unexpectedly. I decided to come up here. I wasn't going to come up here today, but I said I needed to discuss some things. Hello, family. How's everyone? Can you all hear me okay? Because I'm not sure. I had to take this off for a minute. Hello, family. How's everyone doing? I said I wanted to come up here real quick because I wanted to discuss something very, very quickly. Hi, family. How's everyone? Hi, Miss Madeline. Hi, Teresa. Hi, just Shayna. Hi, Lashella. Family, you all know I botches up your names, and I don't mean to, all right? So please forgive me, okay? Hi, Brie Africa. Hi, Miss Madeline. Hi, family. How's everyone doing? Hi, Eldra. Hi, Destiny B. Hi, Francine. Hi, Jeanette. Hi, family. How's everyone? Hi, Renee. Hi, Melanin Queen. I may have called a few of you all twice, right? Hi, family. I apologize if I overlooked anybody. Can you all hear me okay? Because I'm not sure if you all can hear me okay. I'm doing good, Brie Africa. How you doing? Let's see. Okay. Okay, so you all can hear me good. Brie Africa say you sound sad, Miss T. The thing is, right, I was trying to backtrack one of my reads that I have done because you all know I have to do that. I have to backtrack, right? Because when spirit give me revelation into some things, I have to I have to go back, I have to backtrack things. I have to make sure that I'm understanding, right? What spirit is relaying to me. I have to make sure that I'm doing that correctly. So I have to backtrack, and sometimes I tap into the energy more than twice just to make sure I fully understand things. And I had to go back on one of my cases. First, I want to say, I know that they found our precious baby Breasia, right? And it wasn't the way we all wanted it to turn out. But now I can finally, move forward with a lot of things, right? Because that case was a case that had a strong hold on me because I felt a lot of energies with this baby tapping into her case. I want to say the second time that I tapped into her case. So I'm just grateful that they found her and her family can now, kind of put some pieces together and lay this precious baby to rest peacefully. Another thing is uh the Tatiana Duggar case, right? A lot of I have been getting a few emails from individuals letting me know that they have found this young lady, right? And it wasn't the way this case either, right? We because we still pray for the best outcome, although we know some things that the ancestors has revealed, right? Now I went back to backtrack her read and her location on Tatiana. And I'm gonna say this: if anybody's following Tatiana Duggar's case, you really need to look on that second spread that I've done on her because it is very telling. And I know that she was with this young man, and I know that someone parent played a role in this. All right, so I actually looking at an older male too. Right, I'm looking at somebody parent playing a role in this. The thing is, because when I kept trying to tap into that energy regarding Tatiana Duggar case, I remember she kept telling me something about an airport, right? Unfortunately, at that time, I had stopped working on the case. So I wasn't even tapping into the energy no more. I think I have done like two reads on this young lady, and in that second read, I did a short location on her. Right, I did a short location on her on that second read. So if anybody following that Tatiana Duggar case, you all could go look at that second. I will try to plug it in here. I will try to plug it in here, right, if I can, right after this live. But the thing is, Spirit was trying to give me revelation into someone who I have to look at in some area where she was at. I don't know, they picking up odds and jobs. And she kept telling me something about an airport, but I'm not sure what Spirit was trying to tell me about an airport. Okay. The thing is, if you look on her spread on the right and the left wing, okay, if you look on her spread, on the second spread that I've done of her, on the right and the left wing, you'll see her on the right wing north, right? And she's with some siblings, some things is going on. That spread is very telling. I had to go back and look at and analyze some things. And she's there doing some things with some siblings, okay? Some things is going on, some things took place, right? And I know somebody is in has been confined before who's been around her for harming people. Okay. Now, if you look on the left wing, you'll see that somebody was traveling with her, right? And it shows all the places where she has, I guess, where they have been or whatever the case is. But they're going south, right? Ancestors is letting me know that they're traveling south. They're going south, right? So they went from north to south because she was on the north side. Now she was on the south side. If anybody could tell me what was the last place that they said she was on the north side, because I was really trying to pinpoint somebody, because I think Spirit gave us a lot of revelation into some people who she was hanging around with, right? And who was linked up to probably this laundry mat that I'm looking at. But she went from, someone has taken her from north to south. And when you all told me that she was found, when you all said that she was found, right? Okay, I'm reading what you're saying, Teresa. They found her north of Oakland and north of home. Okay, because that's where she, okay, because I do have her hanging out there, but also I have somebody traveling with her on the south side as well. Okay, so I don't know if they was traveling with her because they didn't know where they're going to put her or whatever, because at this time she's already home. If you go back and you look at the spread, see, I'm trying to find out if they was traveling from south, okay, because where they found her at on that route, right? They found her off of a route or something in some park or something off of some route, right? Was that route north or south? Because I have to look at these people coming from south, right? Going to south, going down, traveling that way from one side to the other. Because that's what I'm seeing if you look at her spread. So these people have been traveling, but she kept telling me something about an airport. So now I'm trying to look at whatever airport that's either over there in that area where she was found, not too far, or where she was before the incident took place, because she kept telling me about somebody at an airport and somebody's parent. And that's all I know that spirit kept on telling me about, something about an airport, right? Because that energy kept coming through strong about an airport and about a parent, somebody's parent. And when I did her spread, I had that came out again as far as someone's parent. And I know I'm actually looking at somebody's parent playing a part in some things. Okay, there's a lot of things that's going on in that middle spread. There's a lot of things going on in that middle spread, family. But I know that someone is aware of it, and I know I have some siblings that's involved. Okay, I know that some things has happened that shouldn't have happened, and I know that I have people covering it up. Yeah, I'm reading what you're saying, Teresa. I I'm reading what you're saying. She was found more than 3 hours away from her home. I'm actually looking at the area. I'm actually looking at the area where someone had took her to, where she traveled to. That area, wherever area that was, right? Where I have them at the club, because I have a lot of, it's very, her spread is very telling, right? And if I tap back into that energy again, I know the ancestors is going to give me the same revelation about some things, because I know that that's all what was taking place, right? They have been out, things have been going on. Somebody was just negligent, right? Leaving her, somebody had been doing things. I have to look at, even, and I hate to have to say this, but I even have to look at, I have to look at, I know somebody had physically harmed her, but I had to look at other things as far as drug abuse, because I done said, family, I felt something on the left side of my nostril. So I had to think, when I was talking it over, someone said that could have been someone sniffing drugs. So I had to look at that as well. Although I know that something definitely happened on the left side of her nostril, I just couldn't put it together, because I tell you, family, I could pick up the energy, but I can't tell you what all is going on, because I wasn't sure if somebody punched her in the face, if somebody threw hot fluid on her, you understand? But it was like a funny sensation that I had got, like on the left side of my nostril. So I know some other things have been going on, right? we are still we are still praying that they find this person who has done it, and we praying for justice for her family. 5 municipal airports where Tatiana was found. Okay, thank you for that information, Teresa. I'm wondering if the siblings are someone she knew from school. See, the thing is, Spirit kept telling me that her family knew someone. So I'm looking at her family actually knowing a female, okay? Because I can't, Spirit kept, when I go and I work on certain cases and I tap in certain energies, and Spirit keeps on tugging on me or blurting certain things out to me over and over, I have to look at that, right? And Spirit kept saying that this female is known. I don't care how many times I meditated over this young lady. Spirit kept saying that this is a female that is known to her family in some kind of way. So I have to look at this female probably linking her up to her brother, or linking her up to a friend. You understand? I have to look at this friend who she is speaking of, that her family know in some kind of way. It doesn't mean that they had to know this person as in best friends, but they know of this person. So her family is familiar with this female. Okay? This female that she speaks of, I have to look at this female linking her up with somebody, right? possibly her brother, right? I have to look at that, or her doing a favor with her brother, or her coming in contact with someone else, and then they sibling. But see, it's a connection between this female and what all has happened with Tatiana. Is a connection. The only thing that I regret is that I had stopped working on her case, right? And I didn't go further, I didn't tap further into that energy. And I have a lot of reasons why I had stopped, really tapping into that energy. And I'm not going to discuss it, but that's the only regret that I do have, right? That's the only regret that I do have, is not tapping back into that energy to get further information, right? I just pulled back from the case and I just left the case alone. But I'm praying for justice for her family, right? Because sometimes, and I notice, when people reach out to me, and I'm gonna say that with anybody, when they reach out to psychic mediums and oracle readers and tarot readers and whatever you want to call them, right? Sometimes people hear things that they don't want to hear, right? Sometimes they hear things that they don't want to hear. And I'm respectful of that. But I try to let anybody know who do reach out to me that it doesn't matter what the revelation is. If it's negative energy, we still gonna pray against it, right? We still gonna pray against it. But that doesn't mean that I have to. I still have to be truthful in everything that I see, right? I have to be truthful in everything that I see. Anything that spirit gives me revelation into, I have to be truthful. It doesn't matter if it may hurt the individual, or that's something that the individual may not want to hear about their loved one. I have to be truthful in the revelation, right? As a messenger, I have to be truthful, right? So it doesn't matter what comes out. We still going to pray against that negative energy that we don't want it to be, but I still have to be truthful in what I am seeing. And that's what a lot of people do not understand. So when they see something or they hear something and they don't like it, they tend to pull away, or they don't want to believe it, or whatever the case is, right? So I just want to put that out there for anybody who do seek, a spiritualist or a psychic medium, or you understand, because these people have to be truthful in the energy that they pick up, okay? They have to be truthful. And I know, as far as myself, I've taken an oath with the ancestors, okay? Because this was my calling. This was nothing that I sat down and I said, oh, okay, I'm going to do this. You understand? This was nothing that I ever sat down and said, this is what I'm going to do in my life, all right? The ancestors basically chose me and appointed me to do this and trained me, all right? I have gotten a lot of spiritual downloads of many of things. You understand, family? And like I said before this, right? I was using my energy. I was doing other things, right? And the ancestors wanted me to use my energy in a different way, right? The thing is, I have to always be truthful, okay? No matter how bad it may look, I have to be truthful in the revelation, because I done said before, if I'm not truthful, family, that could be my own karma, because I have taken an oath. And the only regret that I have on this Tatiana Duggar case is that I didn't tap harder in that energy to find out more information, right? But I know I know exactly who I'm looking at, right? I'm looking at some siblings, and I'm looking at their parent being connected. Okay. If you go back and you look at her second spread, it is very telling. It will tell you a lot of what has happened and what all she endured and what side she was on, going traveling from one side to the other. You understand? It'll tell you a lot. I'm seeing these people traveling, whether they was coming from north or south, or south to north, right? North, south, or south, north, whichever direction they was coming and going in, right? I'm seeing them traveling from both of them ends, from south side to north, from north to south. I had to go back and look at some things, right? Hmm. So I just wanted to say that, family, for anybody who is following the case, because my locations was something that I was really never tapping really I was never really tapping into that energy as far as my locations. But I know the ancestors has given me revelation. I want to say about a year ago that I needed to be tapping harder into these locations. And that's something that I set out to do. And I know that the better that I get within my locations, right, that helps me. All right, that helps me understand a lot of things for the next person that I'm looking for. So when you all update me, family, I'm gonna say this because I appreciate all of you all, right? Because we all working together as a family, we all working together as a team. Because when it's one person that's suffering, we all suffering, right? Because we all take it to heart, right? When we couldn't find this precious baby Breasia, everybody was looking for her, right? Not just her family, right? Everybody in the community was looking for her, right? All my spiritual family on here was looking for her. You understand? So every time that someone is found, whether they found alive or deceased, and you all let me be aware of that this person, because it's hard for me to keep up with every case. Members who do reach out to me and tell me that this person has been found, they've been located here, there, and there. Because when you all tell me this and you all give me a location, I can plug that in and I can backtrack if I've ever done a spread on them. As far as a location, I could backtrack some things and then it give me clarity on what the ancestors are saying within my locations. Okay. So I do want to tell you all that because I can pick up the energy, but if I'm not from the area, I can't tell you where these places are, right? Because I'm not from the area. Now, if I was doing something on a place, I want to say where maybe my sister or my uncle live, that'd be something different because I know their area. So if I pick up certain energies about, you know, a hospital and there's an airport right there, see, I'm going to know off the back if it's an area that I'm familiar with. But I'm not familiar of all these places and all these states. I'm not familiar. So I do want to say I appreciate you all when you all do update me and I'm able to plug it in and I'm backtracking and I'm looking and I'm making sense of what the ancestors have said regarding my locations because it helps me, like I said, for the next person that I am looking for. I'm just reading some of the comments, family. Hi, Nini World. I hope you feel better, Nini's World. I'm just reading about what you're saying about your ear. I hope your ear feels better. They went nearly 4 hours north to dump her body and then returned south. Yes, Teresa. Yes, it's been some things. It's been some things going on. Yes. right? And that's what I'm saying, that her second spread is very telling. It tells a whole lot of what has been going on while they was on that side. And see, I have her on the south side already being harmed. Okay, she was already harmed. If you really analyze her spread, you will see, right? When I was tapping into that energy with the location, she had already been harmed, right? Some things came out, and I prayed against that energy because I didn't want that. I was trying to put that off on somebody else, right? Because I do that. I do that in a lot of cases. I try to, just pray that that's not them. But although I see what I see, I still have to reveal it. But we are still praying for her family, right? The ancestors brought two families that could now get some kind of closure and lay their loved ones, you know, to rest peacefully. I don't know if there's any more cases that I've worked on because I haven't, no one has contacted me, right? I only know of these two cases that I've worked on. Okay. So I just wanted to speak about that. Thank you, Eldra. I'm just reading some of your comments, family. And soon as what is this? I think that was Miss Mattingly. I think she was, after she was last seen at the hotel. Yeah, unfortunately, I just read what you said, Miss Mattingly, and unfortunately, yeah, someone things have gotten physical. I've seen that on the first spread, but also I know that some other things have been going on too. So I had to look at other kind of abuse. But yes, things has gotten physical, right? I've picked up a lot of energy that I didn't like that was going on. You found out about her case from what police have said about the condition of. Okay, I'm reading what you're saying, Teresa. And more likely, that could be the case, right? More likely that could be the case. Yes, right? Because spirit give us revelation into what has happened, right? Even future events, right? So although I could tap into the energy and I could get revelation, all right, about someone. Yes, it could have already happened 3 weeks ago, but I'm just tapping in the energy now. So I'm just finding out about it now, right? But it could have already happened 3 weeks ago, right? It already took place, right? The ancestors is telling me that someone has been murdered. It already happened. I'm not going to say it happened yesterday because I'm not going to know it happened yesterday. It could have happened 5 months ago. It could have happened the day that they went missing, right? So we just have to pay attention to the events that has played out, right? And the people who because spirit has a way of telling you who the person is, although we may not know the person, but they describe these people, all right? And she was describing someone, and it looked like this person, the energy that I kept picking up is like this person do a lot of odd and jobs. I just couldn't put it together, but it's like this person maybe work here, and I think they cannot hold a steady job because they have a criminal record. And I think one of the criminal records that they could have to do with some attempted murder. All right. And I hate to have to say that, but I believe that this young man or whoever Tatiana came into contact with and their sibling, okay, I believe that they parent played a role in this, and I have to look at a father. I have to look at, because when I first was tapping into that energy, she told me about an older male and or female and a father, right? And then later on about a brother. So I have to look at that. I have to look at some siblings and their parent, okay? Because don't think just because we we may send our kids, and I'm gonna say this, I'm gonna use this as an example. We may send our children or our teenage daughters, all right, whether they 18, 19, 20, right? They can go to their friend's house, and although they 18, 19, and 20, that doesn't stop a man from looking at them because they 18, 19, and 20. So what I mean by that is we have parents, right? We have parents that look at our children and, and lust over our children in ways that they shouldn't, but it goes on, right? It goes on. So I'm kind of looking at a situation similar to that of this male parent, because I don't know, I just keep picking up this energy like this. I'm not looking at one person, family, and the only reason why I'm gonna say that I'm not looking at one person is because spirit keep on tugging me to more than one person. Like, I don't know, it's like it's somebody in a parent, somebody in a parent, all right? Somebody else know, but they trying to cover it up for their parent, and somebody's trying to cover it up for a spouse or some sort, but they know, or their boyfriend, or you understand? I just keep picking up that energy, and I keep on picking up this energy of somebody having like odds and end jobs. So I try to put it together, family. Yeah, I saw that, but he has been clean. You can tell they trying to get it soon, but I'm praying against that. A true artist as well takes pride in what he does. I'm praying for him and he'll get better. Um, that man laced the blunt with crack when he was a teen, shaking my a man. Okay, you all talking about something else. Her phone records place her last known location was Oakland. Okay. Is that where she from, Teresa? Is she from Oakland? Is that where she from, or is that where the hotel was? Because I'm not sure. Is Oakland is where she is originally from, or is Oakland is where the hotel was? Okay, you all talk. Yes, yes. Family has told me about that earlier, Africa, right? So we all praying for him as well. Plus, now that I think back, she always posted parks that her and Tatiana should visit. Thank you for that information, Ms. Madeline, because you know what? She did throw out some initials. I can't remember the initials. I know I had jotted them down and I had spoke of it inside. I think it was a discussion that I had regarding her. I had throughout those initials. But she did say some initials, and the crazy thing is she said some initials twice, and I said that must be them siblings. Okay, but it seemed like, because spirit is very, they can throw out some initials and they could throw it out in reverse, right? I done had spirit throw out a couple of letters to me before, and it didn't make any sense, and I just kept trying to figure it out. But they was actually giving me like a couple of letters of this person's name. You understand? So yes, spirit will do that. Yes, TA and KA. Yes, yes. So yes. So I just want to say that. So now I will be laying that case to rest, as you know, as well as Breasia, Terrel, because I know that they have been located. So there's no need for me to tap back into that energy, right? They have been located. Um, but I know it lets me see regarding my location, right? So when I am tapping into that energy for the next person, I know what I'm looking for, right? So I just wanted to come up here and discuss that, right? We still praying for the families, because although that they have been found, you know, the family is still going through their grieving process. So I'm gonna leave those two cases alone. Thank you, Missy C. Sending blessings back to you. I'm just reading some of your comments, family. I'm reading what you saying, Nini's world. We miss you too, honey. I love you also, Brie Africa. All right, so I'm gonna let you all go, family, because that's the only thing I wanted to I really wanted to talk about that. All right, before it slipped my mind, because this weekend is just, you know, tomorrow I'm going to be doing my spiritual bath, and I'm just going to be getting re-energized. So I'm not tapping into anything, right? And you all more likely will see me Tuesday. They have been finding quite a few people lately, giving these family answers and some closure. Yes, yes, Miss Mattingly. Yes, you are so right. You're so right. You have a good night as well, Brie Africa. Thank you, Teresa. Thank you for those prayers. I appreciate it. Thank you, Nini's World, for the blessing. May the blessing come back to you many times over, and I love you as well. Yes, Francine. Yes, I will be doing that. Yes, I sure will. Right? I'll be getting my rest, and I will be doing that. All right. So I want to say I love you all, family. I want you all to have a blessed night. Okay, have a blessed weekend. Right?